Well, welcome to the third day of the Facebook live streaming here from the Fresno Bee. Many of you thought we'd never make it 3 days, considering some of the glitches we had, which was actually 3 times longer than the TV show South of Sunset went. Look it up. You'll find out about it. Before I get to my predictions about the comedy part of this weekend's Emmy Awards, I want to clarify something for some of you who sent some complaints after the show. Look, this isn't a news program. There are plenty of spots on the Fresno Bee website you can go to get the information about city council and bullet trains and garbage delivery and all that stuff. What we're here to do is I'm just trying to give you a little information about entertainment. So I hope that's you'll have a few minutes to share with me for that. If not, there's plenty of other places to go. Anyway, I want to start talking about the Emmys. I know it's a little early, but there's a lot to talk about. I need to take a couple of days to do it. And then Friday, I want to spend some time talking about movies. So what I want to talk about today is sort of the comedy part of the Emmys, which has become a very interesting situation for the television networks. Each year, they seem to get bumped out more and more. In fact, they've increased the number of shows that could be nominated just to sort of keep some of the network shows in there. And this time, we only have 2 network shows out of the 7 nominees. We have Modern Family and we have Blackish. This is a trend. If the networks don't wake up and start getting some better comedies on, they're going to be completely blanked out. And there's the show, both of those, Modern Family and Blackish, really deserved to win. I think Modern Family has continued to show quality, and Blackish has really stepped up with some smart writing. And I'm telling you, it has one of the finest groups of young actors, not the parents, but the young actors. And that can make or break a show. So I would have loved to see this year that either Modern Family or Blackish will win. But I think at the end of the day, when they hand out the awards Sunday night, in fact, they're going to be on ABC, you can watch them, that Veep is going to win. Again, another example of a show that's not on a network winning an award. But these off-network shows, whether they be premium cable or streaming, it's a great cast, great quality. They deserve the win, but I'm just sort of putting it out there that the networks really need to step up their game. They're not getting the representation that they should. So now let's move to the Outstanding Comedy Actor category. Sort of a mixed bag here with Jeffrey Tambor for Transparent, Anthony Anderson for Blackish, Will Forte for The Last Man on Earth. No, that's not a typo. Will Forte for Last Man on Earth. Thomas Middleditch for Silicon Valley, Aziz Ansari for Master of None, and William H. Macy for Shameless. If it was up to me, Macy would get it every year. I don't think people really appreciate how good he is in that show. But it's also a program. I think sometimes people look at it and they have trouble thinking that it's a comedy. I mean, it's hit on some very strong, serious elements. So maybe that's why he doesn't pick up the award. But then again, you've got Jeffrey Tambor, who's won before, and I think not only should he win, he's probably going to win this year. So it's not a fact that they're overlooking the comedy parts of it. It's just an interesting thing that Macy doesn't win. Maybe this will be his year. I don't know, but I look for Jeffrey Tambor to walk away with that. Now, on the actress side, you've got Julie Louis-Dreyfus for Veep, Amy Schumer for Inside Amy Schumer. You got Ellie Kemper for Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, Laurie Metcalf for Getting On, Tracy Ellis Ross for Blackish, and Lily Tomlin for Grace and Frankie. I think it's going to go to Julie Louis-Dreyfus just because Veep really has some momentum. But I'm telling you, it's hard to find anybody that's funnier than Amy Schumer. I would love to see her get the award, but sometimes it's easier for the voters to look at a show that's sort of more of a traditional comedy than one that has some sketch work to it. And so you never know how they're thinking. It's such a mixed bag of voters for the Emmys that it's just hard to predict how they're going to roll with this thing. The last 2 categories I want to talk about are Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy, which has Andre Brower for Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Ty Burrell for Modern Family, Matt Walsh for Veep, Louis Anderson for Baskets, Keegan-Michael Key for Key and Peele, Titus Burgess for Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and Tony Hale for Veep. I believe this is going to be a situation where the Veep Awards are going to split themselves, so they probably won't come away with the win, and then it'll go back. Ty Burrell will pick up the win. go back and watch some Modern Families and just see how good Ty Burrell is. It's a very underappreciated performance. But the one I'd love to see win is Keegan-Michael Key. This guy is very, very talented. He's done a lot of different shows. He's a voice in the upcoming Storks, and he really steals that movie. I'd love to see him win. I don't think he will begin. It's that sort of sketch comedy that I don't think the voters like that much. And finally, you got the Outstanding Supporting Actress category with Niecy Nash for Getting On, Kate McKinnon for Saturday Night Live, Gabby Hoffman for Transparent, Allison Janney for Mom, Judith Light for Transparent, and Anna Chumley for Veep. I think the momentum is with Allison Janney. You never vote against Allison Janney. So talented, and if she wins, it's great. But I would love to see, in this case, Judith Light pick up an award for Transparent. As good as Jeffrey Tambor is, I think she makes him better. So I would love to see Judith get it. I doubt she will. I think it's going to be Allison Janney. But this is a real mixed bag of nominees for this year's Emmy. So who knows? Now, tomorrow we'll get in all the drama categories. We're about to run out of time here. I want to make a comment about the TV show America's Got Talent. They're getting to they had the finals last night, the final performances, and then we'll be picking a winner. It's one thing with a competition show like The Voice or So You Think You Can Dance, where you're really comparing apples to apples or oranges to oranges. I don't like America's Got Talent because it's comparing apples to oranges to plums to grapes to bananas and to pineapples and so forth. The performers who are up in the final 10 are a mixed bag. There's singers, there's clairvoyants, there's jugglers. It's all over the board. And to compare what an acrobat can do or a juggler can do to a singer is really not fair. I mean, it's very hard to separate who's the better of those. In this case, both are the best. But how do you say one's better over the other? So I think the show needs to modify itself and maybe either trim down the categories. I realize they're trying to give people the win, but they're getting a lot of attention. So we're about to wrap up here, but I think we've got one more question coming in. It's from Peggy, who's hosting the Emmys. Why, it's none other than, as we can see from the blank screen here, if it will come up, it's Jimmy Kimmel. What you end up seeing is whatever network is hosting the Emmys, they usually pick the talk show host from that network to do it, and so Kimmel will be doing it. All right, look, that's my time for today. I really appreciate you coming back. I hope you see that we've worked out some of the glitches on this thing. I promise you we're going to keep getting better and better. And tomorrow we're going to look at the drama side of the Emmys. So, again, from the Fresno Bee, thanks again for tuning in. I will see you tomorrow.